All right, guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the channel. And what the is this? Oh, somebody said sausage lips earlier and I can't unsee it. Right. Pokemon uploaded this trailer earlier. This has been teased over the last few days. There's this kind of like horror scene that was happening. This is interesting. We're going to get into this element of it in a second. But this was like a horror scene that was built by some sort of... I mean, this actually looks cool. If there was a game in this style, somebody said this, I think it was Matt in the Discord, this would be pretty cool. But they did this to tease Mega Victreebel. So you had these two trainers that were entering this, like... I don't know if it's abandoned, but this, like, empty, at least, property at nighttime. There's all of this pink goo everywhere. And they, you know, encounter... I'm going to just skip through this because we already know what the end result is. Yeah, there's pink goo. They find, like, a Clefairy, very interesting. They find a Sableye at the top of the stairs. I think it's at this point. Yeah, you can see Sableye right there. Sableye's at the top of the stairs, kind of disappears. These are the kinds of Pokemon that you would expect to frequent this kind of establishment. You also see an Esper at some point. Anyway, let's cut to the chase. There's the Esper. Let's cut to the chase, which is at the end. There's this revelation... Wait, I've gone too far. There's this revelation that there's this guy who's just training his Victreebel. You hear the sound of Mega Evolution take place, and then he runs away from his own Pokemon. Why is he strangling himself? Okay, right, let's talk about this design. Let's firstly talk about the fact that it absolutely erupts. It erupts with this goo. You know, I think this looks pretty cool. And not the design, by the way, I'm talking about the animation of all of this goo erupting from inside it. So, what is the deal here? We're going to have a look at some of the Pokédex entries of Victreebel. What have they done to you, my boy? What have they done to you? He looks like Vegemon from Digimon. You ever played Digimon World? I feel like I keep mentioning Digimon World in videos lately, but you ever play that game and, you know, the Digimon that kind of skip with their vine hands? Look, it looks like a vase or a potion, or like, you know, those jars that are kind of wide, like a rum bottle or something. What is this? I don't know what to make of these two Mega Evolutions that we've been given. They're both from Kanto Pokemon as well, which are like the original Pokemon. Let's just look. That's what it looks like. If you haven't seen it, that's Mega Victreebel. Let's do something here. Firstly, let's have a look at what it says on the website. So it says its body has swollen as a result of Mega Evolution. Even the leaves on the top of its head have grown bigger. So you've got a size increase. It's like a G-Max. I mean, it looks pretty big. I'll give it that. It retains the pattern. The leaves kind of change color and they definitely get bigger overall. All right, it flaps the leaves on its side and moves its large body by bouncing around. Yeah, why is there so much Digimon coding in the recent revelations from Pokemon? It's absolutely screaming at the top of its lungs. And we know Victreebel's a screamer. Iconic anime character. It opens its large mouth to let loose a sludge bomb. It looks more like a Victreebel when it has deflated. So it's got all of this poison acid inside it, which Mega Evolution... Why you look like that, bro? Stop looking at me. Yeah, it's got this goo inside it, which apparently Mega Evolution like increases the volume of somehow. It has so much acid. Here we go. It has so much acid that even closing its mouth tight isn't enough to hold it in. So it contains the acid by wrapping its own vines around its throat. Bro, this is kind of dark. This is some weird fetish stuff. So apparently it's canon now that Victreebel, when it Mega Evolves, strangles itself to contain all of the acid within it. This is so weird. Who thought of this? So guys, I'm going to put it to you. Let me know what you think about this. Is this a good Mega Evolution design or a bad Mega Evolution design? Let me know in the comments. Some people that I've seen react to this already have said like, hey, there's a load of goofy Mega Evolution designs. This isn't the first one. We're going to have a look at that in a second. This reminds me, like, I feel like there's a trend lately where Pokemon are kind of making us the butt of the joke. Victreebel hasn't received any additional like evolutions or G-Max or any forms since 1996, essentially, when the game first came out, or let's say in the late 90s in general. Its original sprite was actually pretty I don't want to say terrifying, but like if you were rocking up in the Pokemon world in the jungle and that thing was lurking around, you'd be scared it would eat you and digest you with its stomach acid. It chases bug Pokemon in the other trailer, which is quite funny given that this is based on is it the Venus flytrap, and they obviously like eat bugs and digest their juices. But you know, like the Dunsparce, it was kind of like we were the butt of the joke with that. We've been waiting so long for a Dunsparce evolution. I have to pause this, bro. He's so happy at the end as well. Bro's just trying to chill and be a Victreebel. But yeah, like the Dunsparce was such an underwhelming evolution of Dunsparce. I mean, it's fine. You know, some of these can be jokes, or I suppose like more goofy designs, and I think this definitely falls under that umbrella. But it is also a little bit scary. I mean, it doesn't mean to be scary. That's the whole point here. The sausage lips are scary, bro. But I think Victreebel's not intending to be scary. It just becomes this horrific monstrosity once Mega Evolution takes place, right? And then I guess for every Dunsparce, there's an Annihilate or, you know, a Weirdeer where it's actually a really good improvement on the original Farigiraf. What do you guys think about that? But yeah, Mega Victreebel and Mega Dragonite, they're certainly not what I would have imagined the official megas of those two Pokemon to be. Now saying that, Victreebel, oh, they've already got the Mega Victreebel sprite here. Dragonite has grown on me since it was revealed. I think I officially can say like, I like the Mega Dragonite design now. So let's have a look at some of these Pokédex entries over time. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about here, guys. In the original games where Victreebel debuted in Pokemon Red, Green, Blue, Yellow, it's said to live in huge colonies deep in the jungle, although no one has ever returned from there. So it's like, hey, if you go to the jungle, Victreebel will eat you, bro. You're gonna die. Lures prey with the sweet aroma of honey. Swallowed whole, the prey is melted in a day, bones and all. That's crazy. Attracts prey with sweet smelling honey. Its prey include bugs. So this is kind of a nod to its Pokédex entries. Naturally, and even large animals on occasion. Oh my gosh. What constitutes like whether it determines you as prey or whether it likes you? Because in the trailer, it likes its trainer, like it's happy. It has the, you know, happy eyes and stuff. Once ingested into this Pokemon's body, even the hardest object will melt into nothing. This horrifying plant Pokemon attracts prey with aromatic honey, then melts them in its mouth. Wow. So yeah, the history of Pokédex entries. I mean, look at this one. This vine is waved and flicked about as if it were an animal to attract prey. When an unsuspecting prey draws near, the Pokemon swallows it whole. So wild Victreebel in their original habitat, which I guess is the jungle somewhere in South America maybe, or somewhere like that. It's a brutal Pokemon. It literally just eats things and ingests them. It is really a living, moving embodiment of a Venus flytrap. So, you know, this is, wait, let's have a look at the Scarlet and Violet ones. It lures prey into its mouth with a nectar-like aroma. The helpless prey is melted with the dissolving fluid. After dissolving many prey, this Pokemon's acid becomes sweeter. This makes it even easier to attract more prey. So, when it's chasing those bug Pokemon, it really does want to eat them. And the sweet smell that happens in that cinematic, that short film that Pokemon, or the trailer, let's call it, that Pokemon shared, that literally is kind of suggesting that, hey, this sweet smell is because this Victreebel has eaten loads of victims. So, I don't know, man. For something that's so sinister, for this being the original design, that... I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, man, it's cool. I think over time I will kind of like warm to it. Seeing Victreebel, which is, in my opinion, a really cool design, evolve into this like obese, bursting, fat vegetable with sausage lips that strangles itself. There's something about it that's just throwing me at the moment. I don't know, man. What do you think? So here we have all of the Mega Evolutions, and I mean, people have been saying like, yeah, some of the Mega designs are kind of goofy. I can't see really any of the previous. I mean, look, Mega Ampharos was kind of weird, like originally from the beginning. Mega Slowbro, you could sort of say was weird, but it didn't really throw me when that was revealed too bad. I didn't think like, oh, that's a super goofy design. Any other ones here? Like, most of these designs are just kind of accentuating what's already cool about the Pokemon. The spoons with Alakazam, the exaggerated design with Gyarados and the starters. Beedrill becomes kind of bigger and more aggressive. Pidgeot gets a little bit more color to it. Yeah, like I say, Ampharos is a bit goofy. Sableye, I wouldn't call it goofy. yeah, most of these are just like evolving the Pokemon's design and exaggerating it a little bit. Medicham, maybe. I don't know, man. Most of these I would describe as more like cool and hyper stylistic designs rather than like goofy or weird. This is just quite jovial, you know. Look at this guy. My God, 14 foot. This guy's 4.5 meters tall. That's terrible. Okay, you know what, Pokemon, you got me. It's terrifying. Suppose Heracross could be the other one where you kind of say it's a little bit goofy compared to its original quite cool design. And just lastly then, guys, we've got these documents that appear yet again in another Z-A trailer. Now, these classified FBI looking documents have been there. They've been making appearances ever since the initial reveal trailer of Legends Z-A, which I think was February 2024, nearly a year and a half ago. And this says the case of the sweet scent incident. Now, I think this means that all of the things that we have to investigate throughout the city are documented by what we assume is Emma's Looker Bureau that she was given by Looker at the end of the post-game of X and Y. So Emma is the detective of the city. Team MZ is the team that is kind of going out and looking into these things that happen in the city. So I think this is kind of going to be the way that our missions are given to us, literally aesthetically looking like this through these incidents, these reports, these like FBI style files, which I think is actually awesome, especially when you get into the more serious ones. But for this particular one, you're probably going to have to do a literal mission in the game called the Case of the Sweet Scent Incident, and I wouldn't be surprised if you have to go through a haunted house and find little Easter eggs and stuff along the way. But ultimately, the end result is that you fight a rogue Mega Victreebel, and then you get to acquire the Victreebelite, or whatever the Megastone's going to be called. So I would imagine that's the way this is going to go. I really like the style of these like Detective Pikachu, FBI kind of highly classified, top secret documents. I think this is an awesome way to go. And I can imagine uncovering some really like classified ones that are buried somewhere in a locker or in some sort of secret location. Uncovering that as a detective kind of, you know, gives us an aura of Detective Pikachu and gives us an aura that we are a detective in this game, as well as a Pokemon trainer and as well as somebody who's just trying to uncover what's going on in the city. Potentially, if you've seen some of my previous videos, looking for Professor Sycamore or doing work on behalf of Professor Sycamore. We could even be like a plant by the International Police, which of course made their last appearance majorly in Gen 7 in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So some very interesting ways they could go with this. I thought that was very noteworthy as well. Anyway, guys, that's my initial thoughts on Mega Victreebel. Will I be using this on my team? Maybe. I like Victreebel. I do like Victreebel, but it's going to take me some time to get used to this guy. I don't know, man. Let me know what you think down below. I hope there are some Megas that become Mega Blaziken, or, you know, even Mega Absol, Mega Garchomp, Mega Rayquaza, bro, one of the coolest of all time. There's so many cool ones here. Mega Gengar's awesome as well. There's so many good ones. I hope some of the Megas, and by the way, guys, spoiler alert, but the list of leaked Megas that Centro shared, this is the second one that's true now. So if that's anything to go by, we kind of know what Megas are coming. I won't talk about them here. We'll go spoiler free for this occasion, but potentially we'll talk about it in an upcoming video. Guys, leave a like on the video, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. We got a video coming out tomorrow, by the way. So, you're not going to want to miss this one, by the way. The next two uploads, Fridays, like tomorrow's, and next Fridays, you do not want to miss these videos. So click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, love you, gang.